not least, we're gonna remember Eddie Robinson. As you know, I know it was yesterday. It's been 16. No, yeah, been 16 years since Eddie Robinson passed away.
It's been
Uh,
16 years.
16 years.
Man,
Yep. Remember, he retired from coaching in 1997
right.
when the school tried to run him out because they feel like that he wasn't able. He couldn't keep up. And
No,
plus,
yeah, yeah,
he had two
yeah.
losing seasons where they only won 3 games. And this is the years that we're talking about in the 90s. You're talking about Jackson State and Southern
Southern, yeah, yeah. I
ran the
remember them.
conference.
That's Pete, because Pete Richardson would do us so bad in that Bayou Classic. Rob couldn't do nothing with him.
Yep.
He was, like you said, he was too young. He was in his prime. We couldn't do nothing with Pete Richardson. I don't
Yep.
think we beat Pete Richardson until what, Doug or Melvin
Doug came,
Spears, one of them.
Doug,
Yeah,
when Doug came in.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. We couldn't do nothing with Pete Richardson.
y'all talking about a man that still, I don't care what anybody say, he still is the most winningest coach in college
Oh yeah,
football
without a
with
doubt.
408 victories. I don't care what
Right.
anybody say. You can say
Yeah.
Bobby Bowden. You know what I'm saying? I'm kudos to Bobby Bowden because he is that guy. Joe Paterno, same. Joe Paterno, same thing with him. But the difference between those two and Eddie Robinson ain't never got in trouble with anybody. Um, he never got in trouble with anybody. So you're talking about a man that at one point in time, because Grambling only had the stadium which only seated 13,000, he sent his boys on the road.
Yeah.
That's where you get the birth
Yes,
of
sir.
the classics.
Yeah.
And I'll put it in there, if this man was not coaching right now, he stayed at one school. He didn't veer away from it. Sent countless number of student athletes to the NFL.
Yeah.
Was he the basketball coach at one point in time
He did
also?
it all. He
He
did
did,
it all.
and coached baseball too.
Yeah, he did it all.
So you talking about a man that was everything to that school. He was Grambling. Put it just like that. Grambling just don't need to be Grambling. Grambling needs to be renamed Eddie Robinson University. But for him to send his teams to these different places like New York City, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, Indianapolis. You want to have these classes. You want to have the State Fair Classic. You want to have the Bayou
Yeah.
Classic. Wouldn't have the Circle City, the Windy City Classic. Wouldn't have the I think it's one the Classic in New York when they
That used to
first
be called the Whitney Young
the
Classic.
Whitney Young Classic. You wouldn't
Yeah.
have if you didn't have none of those classes right there. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be no classics. And the way that they did classics was they negotiated with both of the schools.
Yeah.
Didn't have no middleman. The schools got the money from the gates. It was split evenly, and you saw good football out there.
Now he told us that the idea for the Bayou Classic came from the Orange Blossom Classic. He used to go down and he played in it in '55, and he played in it several times in the '60s. But he told us the idea for the Bayou Classic was that he wanted a game like that Orange Blossom Classic down in Miami that FAMU had, and that's how he came up with the idea for the Bayou Classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last thing, also it is